Welcome to the San Diego County Academic League, featuring the area's best and brightest high school students. They'll be responding to tough questions in a variety of subject areas, from history to literature to science to math and more. I'm Clark Anthony. If you are watching this on ITV on Thursday, April 25th, you are seeing it live. But whether you're watching it then or some other time, stick around because it's an exciting moment. We are getting closer to crowning the 2013 Academic League Championship team for San Diego County. Started the day with 4 teams from around the county. In a previous match happening just a little while ago, the South Bay champ, Olympian High School, beat the East County champ, Santana High. And in the match you're about to see, it's Westview, the North County Championship, taking on the San Diego Metro team from Madison High School. Whoever wins this will go up against Olympian for the county championship, and you'll see that as well right here on ITV. Let's say hello to Coach Jane Lutkin from Westview High School. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Joan has taught mathematics for 27 years, coached Academic League for 10 years, loves traveling with her family, reading and cooking for her boys. Well, that's terrific.
It's true. Yes, and I love coaching this particular team, too. This is as far as we've ever made it in terms of advancing onto the playoffs, and they're well-deserving, and we've had a great season.
Yeah, one of our coaches was pointing out earlier that whoever wins this year will not have won Academic League before for the whole county, I guess.
Oh, well, that's exciting. It shows the growth and the breadth of the program.
It does indeed. Do you have a young team, old team? They're certainly a good-looking group.
I got a couple of youngsters there. Got a couple of juniors. Usually we have juniors and seniors limited to the varsity team. We have 3 seniors that are off to some very nice colleges next year, and I have a couple of juniors that I get to teach in class and then get to spend some time with as well. So I'll see them next year again.
Excellent. Would you introduce your starting lineup from left to right for us, please?
Certainly will. Okay. First, we have Matthew Sorensen. Matthew's a senior. He enjoys math, science, and politics, as well as a couple of less scholarly pursuits like playing the trumpet. He hopes to major in physics and perhaps go into the theoretical research in the field. Then we have Ashwin Srilal. Ashwin's a junior who excels in mathematics, and he enjoys the art of problem solving. He likes academic competitions of all kinds, and he reads for pleasure. Ian Lim. Ian Lim is a senior and a 4-year member of our Academic League. He serves as president of the club and a co-coach for the freshman team. Apart from Academic League, he's also active in humanities tutoring and the Westview Theater Company, and he plays viola for the San Diego Civic Youth Orchestra. He specializes in music and literature questions, and he plans to attend either Caltech or Stanford in the fall to study physics. Benil Adusamili. He's a senior who specializes in science and current events. He's planning on studying electrical engineering and computer science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology this coming fall. David New. David New is a junior at Westview High School, and his interests besides Academic League are tutoring other students and teaching his own Go Club. While he likes math and science, he also enjoys history and mythology.
Well-rounded group. They sound super. Good luck to you and the team.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You can take your spot over there. Come on over here, Bob. Let's say hello to Robert Stout, who is the coach for Westview High School, North County League champs, has taught mathematics for 27 years, coached Academic League for 10 years. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong bio. Would you like to be any of those things? But then I was going to say you love cooking for your boys, and I realized I'm in the wrong slot here. Bob has been a teacher for 18 years. It's his 4th at Madison. He teaches advanced math classes. It's his 2nd year coaching Academic League. A lot of times by the time we get to the finals, it's like almost all seniors competing. This year I've noticed on all 4 teams we have some underclass people.
Yes, we do. We have 3 juniors and 2 seniors on our team.
Which always bodes well for the following year, I guess, doesn't it?
Yes, we hope to be back here next year.
Well, you are an excellent competitor so far this year. Would you introduce your starting lineup left to right?
Absolutely, Clark. Joy Hubbard is a senior who likes playing badminton and video games. She enjoys playing Quiz Bowl. Joy will be Madison's sole valedictorian this year. She plans on studying English and psychology and plans on becoming a lawyer. She has narrowed her college choices down to Cornell or UC Berkeley. Keir Havel is a junior. Keir is a 2nd-year player who thoroughly enjoys science, especially neuroscience. This year, he also begun playing Quiz Ball. Regan Petchak is a junior and is in his 3rd year of Academic League at Madison. He runs track and cross country. He is president of the math club. He enjoys Quiz Bowl. He's interested in economics and computer science. His favorite composer is Chopin. Austin Mendoza is a junior. Austin joined Academic League mid-year his sophomore year because his football coach told him he should. Austin also enjoys playing Quiz Bowl. In the past year, Austin has attended the Freedoms Foundation at Valley Forge Leadership Conference and the National Youth Leadership Forum on Medicine at UCLA. He plays football and runs track. He enjoys Chelsea soccer, and Doctor Who. His goal is to attend UCLA and become a doctor. Elijah Rickard is a senior. It's his 4th year at Academic League, which earns him the title Grandpa. His hobbies include ultimate frisbee and ping pong. I have played dozens of games of ping pong against Elijah and have lost most of them. He is a multi-year letterman in cross-country, badminton, and wrestling. He will attend UCSD and plans to major in mechanical engineering. Elijah is this year's salutatorian.
So his ping pong opponent basically said, why don't you join Academic League? Huh?
Oh, he got here. He was there first.
Bob, good luck to you and your team. You can take your spot over there. So who will face Olympian for the San Diego County Championship? Will it be Madison High School representing San Diego City or Westview representing the North County? We'll find out shortly. Mark Hines is our moderator. He has been Academic League Commissioner now for 10 years. He teaches history at Muirlands Middle School. He's been a City and County Teacher of the Year and won all kinds of other awards. We're just always happy when he's here as our moderator. Mark, it's all
Thank you,
yours.
Clark. Good to be here. We have 30 minutes to go in this match, and we'll start the clock and begin with the first toss-up for either team. Republican and Chief Justice John Roberts swore in Democratic President Barack Obama as the 44th president on January 20, 2009. The last time a Chief Justice swore in a president of a different party was for Bill Clinton's second term, and that was in 1997. Can you name that Chief Justice who swore in President Clinton? To Westview.
Rehnquist?
Yes, that's right, William Rehnquist, and for that you get a bonus. Many government agencies were created as a result of FDR's New Deal. Many of these agencies are no longer around. Give the complete name of each of these now defunct agencies given their acronym. A, or 1, WPA, 2, CCC, and 3, AAA. All right, and we'll go to Team Captain Ian for Westview.
All right, in order we've got the Works Progress Administration, the Civilian Conservation Corps, and the Agriculture Adjustment Agency.
1 and 2 are correct for 3 points. Agriculture Adjustment Administration would have been that last. Let's keep going. This Scotsman, born in the mid-16th century, came up with a precursor of the tank, a ship that could travel underwater, and the idea of using salt as fertilizer. His most famous contribution was probably the invention of logarithms, a simplified method to Westview.
Napier?
Yes, that's right. Give the prime factorization of each number using exponents, please. Number 1 is 36, number 2 is 51, and number 3 is 42.
Number 1 is 2 squared times 3 squared. 3 to the first 1 times 17 to the 1 times 17 to the 1, and the last one.
Yeah, make sure you have the 2 to the 1.
2 to the 1. So it's 2 to the second times 3 to the second. 3 to the 1 times 17 to 1 to the 1.
All right, Ian, please.
All right, for the first, we've got 2 to the second times 3 to the second. For the second, we have 3 to the first times 17 to the first. And for the third, we have 2 to the first times 3 to the first times 7 to the first.
Judges on number 3. Yes. All 3 are correct, and we'll give you 5 points for that. What is the perfect infinitive form of the verb in the following sentence? My team will win the championship this year. And we go to Westview.
Win?
No, I'm sorry, and I'll repeat that for you, Madison. What is the perfect infinitive form of the verb in the following sentence? My team will win the championship this year. Now to Madison.
To win?
No, to have won would have been that. Next for either team, this 33-year-old Gulf War veteran was executed by lethal injection on June 11, 2001 for his involvement in the worst terrorist incident in the United States prior to September 11, 2001. He detonated a car bomb in front of the Alfred Murray Building in Oklahoma City on April 9th in 1995. Who was this malicious sympathizer whose And we go to Westview.
McVeigh?
Yes, Timothy McVeigh. And for your bonus, name these Spanish-American war heroes. 1, the admiral and hero of the Battle of Manila Bay. 2, the winning commander of the Battle of San Juan Hill in Cuba, who later became president of the United States. And 3, the U.S. assistant naval constructor who was ordered to sink the Merrimack and captured by the enemy and later awarded the Medal of Honor after his release.
We can try that.
It was Dewey, Teddy Roosevelt.
So the first one was Dewey, the second one is Theodore Roosevelt, and third one we're going to go from McClellan. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
All right. In order, we have Dewey, Theodore Roosevelt, and McClellan.
Yes, 1 and 2 are correct for 3 points. Richmond Hobson would have been that last answer. Thank you, and we'll go back to the toss-ups. Following in the footsteps of Opportunity and Spirit, this latest attempt to study, and we go to Westview.
Curiosity.
Yes, Curiosity, or the Mars Science Laboratory. And for your bonus, identify the following ancient mathematicians, scientists, and physicians. 1, father of modern medicine. Medical students take an oath named after his practices. 2, wrote the Almagest, and who was the only surviving ancient astronomy treatise. Next, proposed a system of indivisible atom units that compose the universe.
We have our answers.
Ian, please.
All right, we have Hippocrates, Ptolemy, and Democritus.
All of those are correct, and that gives you 5 more points. Although he began his writing career as a journalist, this author is best known for his novels and for popularizing the genre of magical realism. The governor of Chile burned 15,000 copies of his books because he criticized the Chilean dictator. Who was this Colombian author who wrote Love and the Time... Madison?
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Yes, that's perfect. And for your bonus, name the author of these famous works of literature who were all written in 1922. 1, Ulysses. 2, The Wasteland. And 3 is Babbitt.
We have our answers.
Regan.
Joyce, Eliot, and Lewis.
Yes, all 3 of those are correct for 5 points. Critics of this American institution argue that it's archaic and gives swing states disproportionate, and we go to Westview.
Electoral College?
Yes, the Electoral College. And for your bonus, answer these questions about the original Constitutional Convention that met in 1787. 1, who served as president of the convention? 2, what is the only state that did not send a representative? And 3, in which state did the convention meet?
Pennsylvania. First one is in Pennsylvania? Okay, so we've got John Hancock, Rhode Island, and Pennsylvania. Yeah. All right, we sure that? We have our answers.
Ian, please.
We have John Hancock, Rhode Island, and Pennsylvania.
Number 2 is correct for 1 point. George Washington would have been that answer, and then Philadelphia. Timeout. Just 1 moment.
That somebody else answered.
Westview High School, a part of the Poway Unified School District, serves the communities of Rancho Penasquitos and Torrey Highlands. The school, established in 2002, recently celebrated its 10th anniversary. Westview currently serves a population of approximately 2,400 students. While the school is known for the high quality of its academic and athletic programs, it also hosts thriving performing arts and fine arts programs.
Hi, my name is Lucha Yang. I'm currently a student at Westview High School, and this is my second year being a part of the Academic League team. This year we have 45 students on the freshman, junior varsity, and varsity teams. We hold weekly practices for the teams to help expand their knowledge and prepare for upcoming matches. The most amazing aspect about Academic League is that it sets up an environment where you're surrounded by people who are just as interested in learning new things as you are, and it really makes you more aware of what's going around you and in the world. Thank you.
Okay, we're back after a brief timeout with the judges conferring. It was determined that the wrong person answered for the button pusher. So we've subtracted some points from Westview, and that gives Madison a free chance to answer this next toss-up. So we have 23 minutes left. The score is Madison 8, Westview 26, and we'll start the clock and give Madison a free toss-up. Simplify the following expression: the square root of 108 divided by the square root of 12. And that answer would have been 3. And we'll keep going with a toss-up for either team. While wind creates physical weathering, this other type of weathering can occur when acid rain, and we go to Westview.
Chemical?
Yes, chemical weathering. And for your bonus question, identify these 10-letter earth science words. 1, the coldest layer of the Earth's atmosphere located between the stratosphere and the thermosphere. 2, a boundary where 2 tectonic plates move together. And 3, the process in which eroded sediments are dropped in new places.
Deposition. What was number 2?
Number 2 is fault line. Number 3, just go with deposition.
No hope or something. Discontinuity.
All right, Ian, please.
For the first, we have ionosphere. For the second, we have discontinuity. And for the third, we have deposition.
Deposition is correct for 1 point. Mesosphere would have been that first one. And convergent boundary, the second. Back to the toss-ups. Flute players are accustomed to reading notes that are written on these lines that are above the regular staff lines. And we go to Westview.
Ledger lines?
Yes, that's correct. And for your bonus, answer these questions about famous composers and their works. 1, what ballet by Aaron Copland has a section entitled Hoedown? 2, what was the nationality of composer Franz Liszt? And 3, what opera by George Bizet contains the Toreador's Song?
Okay, so Appalachian Spring. Go for it. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
We have Appalachian Spring, Hungarian, and Carmen.
2 and 3 are correct. For 3 points, Rodeo would have been that Aaron Copland selection. For either team, now George Washington and the Founding Fathers were the only delegates to the Constitutional Convention who later became U.S. presidents. Who was the man who co-authored the Federalist Papers? We go to Westview.
Hamilton?
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Madison. George Washington and the Founding Father were the only delegates to the Constitutional Convention who later became U.S. presidents. Who was this man who co-authored the Federalist Papers, served as Secretary of State under Thomas Jefferson, and that's before he became our 4th president? Madison.
Madison.
Yes, Madison. And for your bonus, Madison, after hearing the following clues, name the 4 U.S. presidents who were selected to the highest office in America despite losing the popular vote. 1, he lost the popular vote to Samuel Tilden, but assumed the presidency by the means of the Compromise of 1876. 2, he served between the 2 terms of Republican Republican Grover Cleveland. And 3, he defeated Al Gore by means of a decision of the Supreme Court.
And now McKinley was during the war, I think. Do you have any idea on the first one? The first one? 1876. That was the one where they stopped Reconstruction. Johnson? No, it wouldn't be Johnson.
All right, and we go to Regan.
Cleveland, Arthur, and George W. Bush.
George W. Bush is correct, 1 point. Rutherford Hayes and Benjamin Harrison would have been those other 2. And let's keep going. This term describes a change in the observed frequency of a sound, and right away to Westview.
Doppler effect?
Yes, that's right. And for your bonus, let's see what you really know about the batteries that power so many of our modern conveniences. A, what 2-word term is the name given to any battery that contains materials that are not in liquid state? 2, what is the type of energy converted into electrical energy within a battery? And 3, what is the metal that's found directly beneath the outer plastic coating of a D-cell battery? Number 2, what is the type of energy that is converted into electrical energy within a battery?
So, solid state.
Is number 1 solid state? What you got?
That's my best guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This week on solid state, chemical, and copper. All right, we have our answers.
Yes, please.
Solid state, chemical, and copper.
Chemical is correct for 1 point. Dry cell would have been that first one, and zinc would have been that metal. Still 18 minutes left, and we'll keep going. Oh, actually, we're going to take a timeout for Madison.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of James Madison High School's founding in 1963. This event has been marked by many events such as a car show and activities for alumni.
Here at James Madison High School, many of us are not in the most economically fortunate circumstances. In fact, many of our students, perhaps even a majority, receive free and reduced lunch.
At less than 1,100 students, we're the smallest high school in San Diego Unified.
Our population on campus is very diverse, not just racially, but also in terms of interests and academics.
The school's football team are also the reigning state champions. We also have awards in cooking and robotics.
We're back after a brief timeout. We still have 18 minutes left. The score is Madison 12, Westview 39. There were no substitutions, and we will continue the match by starting the clock. An example of this pair of lines are lines that run through opposite edges of a regular tetrahedron. What is the geometric term for lines in space that neither run parallel to one another? To Madison, please.
Skew?
Yes, skew lines. And for your bonus, you'll be given the name of a polygon and the degree measure of all but one of its interior angles. Find the measure of the missing angle. One is a triangle, 72, 48, and you figure the rest. 2, quadrilateral, 52, 128, 45, and blank. And the last one, pentagon, 147, 90, 33, and 132.
How many degrees in a pentagon? 540.
We'll go to Regan, the team captain for Madison, please.
We have 60 degrees, 135 degrees, and 138 degrees.
And all of those are correct for 5 points. Let's keep going. Former Secretaries of Treasury Robert Rubin and Henry Paulson were both employees of this global investment banking and securities firm. What is the name of this firm now? And we go to Westview.
Goldman Sachs.
Yes, that's right. And for your bonus, in 1969, the U.S. government began withdrawing large denomination bills from circulation. Name the person whose picture appears on each of these withdrawn bills. 1 is the $500 bill, 2 is the $1,000 bill, and 3 is the $5,000 bill.
No, let's go. Cleveland for all this. Cleveland for all. McKinley sounds good.
I think it's Taft, Cleveland, and McKinley.
Okay, go.
Do you want to go Taft, Cleveland, McKinley?
Go for it. That's all I know.
All right. We have our answers.
Yes, please.
Taft, Cleveland, and McKinley.
Cleveland is right for 1 point again. McKinley would have been the first one, and the $5,000 bill was James Madison. And we'll keep going. Composed of circular marble steps, a circular colonnade of Ionic order columns, and a shallow dome, this Washington, D.C. building is open to the elements. And to Madison.
Jefferson Memorial?
Yes, sir. The following architectural wonders did not make it into the list of the new 7 wonders of the world, but they are still astounding works of art. Identify the country in which each of these works is located. 1, the statues of Easter Island. 2, Angkor Wat. And 3, Hagia Sophia.
I'd like to defer to Austin.
Austin.
Chile, Cambodia, and Turkey.
All of those are right for 5 points. This solid, colorless, and odorless organic compound is known as carbonide. In humans, it carries excess nitrogen and aids in metabolism. What is this organic compound excreted in the urine of humans? And we go to Westview.
Urea?
Yes, urea. For your bonus questions, name the following organelles given their functions. Next, this organelle is often referred to as the powerhouse of the cell because it's responsible for cellular respiration. 2, found in plant cells, this specific type of plastid captures light energy and stores it for use in photosynthesis. And 3, this organelle consists of 2 subunits that fit together and work as one to build proteins according to the genetic sequence held within the messenger RNA.
We have our answers?
Yes, please.
Mitochondria, chloroplast, and ribosome.
All of those are correct. 5 points, please. Spell the word in the following sentence that means witty or clever. The conversation I overheard today at the cafe was scintillating, and I couldn't. All right, and we go to Madison.
SCINTILLATION.
T-I-N-G.
Yes, that is correct. And we'll give you some bonus questions that also involve spelling words from the French Revolution. 1, libertine. 2, guillotine. And 3, Bastille.
Yeah, I do. We have our answers.
Regan, please.
Libertine for the first, Guillotine for the second, and Bastille for the last.
All 3 are correct for 5 points. Thank you. For other team, the last American to win this race was Lisa Larson-Weidenbach in 1985. In 2012, Wesley Cure of Kenya won this race in 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 40 seconds to Madison.
The Olympic marathon.
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Westview. The last American to win this race was Lisa Weidenbach in 1985. In 2012, Wesley Cure of Kenya won the race in 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 40 seconds. What is the annual running event that is held every April on Patriots Day? We go to Westview.
The Boston Marathon.
Yes, the Boston Marathon. And for your bonus, identify the city and state in which these professional sports halls of fame are located. 1 is football, 2, baseball, and 3, basketball.
Cleveland, Ohio. We have our answers.
Yes, Ian, team captain.
Cleveland, Ohio for all.
No, I'm sorry, Canton, Ohio, so you were close for the football. Baseball is Cooperstown, New York, and basketball, Springfield, Massachusetts. This wooden propelled plane flew only 4 times in 1903 before it was damaged. What was the name, Madison?
Kitty Hawk?
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Westview. This wooden propellered plane flew only 4 times in 1903 before it was damaged. What was the name of this plane constructed by the Wright brothers that achieved fame for being the first sustained and controlled heavier-than-air powered flight? Now we go to Westview.
The Sparrow.
Actually, you're close. It was the Flyer, or the Wright Flyer. Let's go to the next toss-up. The largest freshwater lake in Central America. This is the only non-saline lake in the world that contains sharks and swordfish. Madison.
Lake Nicaragua.
Yes, that's right, Nicaragua. For your bonus, to what city would you be flying into if you arrived at the following airports? 1, Love Field. 2, William P. Hobby Airport. And 3, Lindbergh Field. Yes, please, Regan.
Chicago, Seattle, and San Diego.
San Diego is correct for 1 point. Love Field is in Dallas, and the Hobby Airport is in Houston. Let's go to the next toss-up. What are the 3 zeros of the function f of x equals x to the 4th power minus x cubed minus 6x squared? To Westview.
0, 2, and 3.
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you. Madison. What are the 3 zeros of the function f of x equals x to the 4th power minus x cubed minus 6x squared? And now we go to Madison.
X equals 0, x equals 3, x equals -2.
That's right. We needed that -2. And for your bonus, identify which of the 4 conic sections are associated with the following values of eccentricity. Next, what type of conic section has an eccentricity that is equal to 1? 2, what type of conic section has an eccentricity that is equal to 0? And 3, what type of conic section has an eccentricity that is greater than 1?
Because eccentricity is like the oval, like isn't it? So circle the 0.
We could go circle for the first 2. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
Circle for the first 2 and ellipse for the last.
Circle is correct for number 2 for 1 point. Parabola and hyperbola would have been the next 2. We'll continue with the toss-ups. An expatriate living in Paris. This woman was influential in the lives of F. Scott Fitzgerald, and we go to Madison.
Stein?
Yes, Gertrude Stein. And for your bonus, President Obama asked a Yale African-American studies professor to compose and read a poem for his inauguration. She became only the 4th poet to read at a presidential inauguration. You'll be given the name of a president and the year he was inaugurated. Please name the poet who received the honor of reading his or her work at each of these presidential inaugurations. 1 is JFK in 1961, 2, Bill Clinton, 1993, and 3, Bill Clinton, 1997.
We have our answers?
Yes, please.
Frost and Angelou for the last two.
That is correct for the first two for 3 points. Miller Williams would have been in that second term for Bill Clinton. Timeout, Westview.
And now, rules of the game.
A team may call a timeout. Each timeout lasts 2 minutes in length and is for the purpose of substituting players or talking to players. A coach may also call a timeout to correct scores, equipment failure, or other points of order. But if a substitution is made, the team is then charged with a timeout.
We're back after a brief timeout for Westview. We still have 9 minutes left and a very close match. The score is Westview 53 and Madison 48. Could go either way. We'll start the clock and see how it goes. Next toss-up. The work of this late director, producer, and choreographer spanned genres from classical ballet to contemporary theater. In his lifetime, he won many awards, including 5 Tony Awards, 2 Academy Awards. Who was this man who served as the original director of such Broadway classics as West Side Story? To Madison, please. No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Westview. The work of this late director, producer, and choreographer spans genres from classical ballet to contemporary theater. In his lifetime, he won many awards, 5 Tonys, 2 Academy Awards. Who was the man who served as the original director of Broadway classics such as West Side Story, Peter Pan, Gypsy, and Fiddler on the Roof? All right, we'll go to Ian in Westview.
Candor.
Actually, his name was Jerome Robbins. And with that, we'll keep going. The U.S. Armed Forces are hoping to equip their soldiers with more MRAP vehicles. What is the complete meaning of the acronym MRAP? It's okay, I never heard of it either. It's called the Mine Resistant Ambush Protected Vehicle. Let's keep going. This explorer, in the service of France, sailed to North America in search of a sea route to the Pacific. He didn't find the route, but he was the first European to explore what is today New York Harbor and Narragansett Bay. And to Westview.
Hudson?
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Madison. This explorer, in the service of France, sailed to North America in search of a sea route to the Pacific, and although he didn't find it, he was the first European to explore New York Harbor and Narragansett Bay in 1524. A bridge in New York City connecting the boroughs of Staten Island and Brooklyn across the Narrows is named after him. What is the name of this Italian explorer? And now we go to Madison.
Veranzo.
Yeah, De Veranzo. Next, here is your bonus. All of these describe elements of the Roman Republic. 1, the assembly that had purely an adversary role, and each member was appointed for life. Next, this group of common people was forbidden to assume political or priestly office, or even to marry into a higher class. 3, this man served as a governor or military commander of ancient Roman provinces.
What's it called? It's
All right, to Regan, please.
We have Senate, plebeians, and Pontus.
1 and 2 are correct for 3 points. The last one would have been pro-council. And our score is now Madison 53 and Westview 52. We couldn't get much closer. Henry David Thoreau was one of this author's teachers during her childhood in Concord, Massachusetts. Her first published prose was a romantic tale titled The Rival Painters. What is the name of this author who wrote about 4 girls growing up in a poor family? To Madison.
Alcott?
Yes, Louisa May Alcott. And for your bonus, identify the American authors of the following literary works published in the 20th century. 1 is the 1983 play Fences, 2 is a 1955 short story, Good Country People. And 3 is a 1984 novel, The House on Mango Street.
Cisneros. Who's American playwright? Who's in the 80s?
American
Schwartz. No, go Schwartz. He's one. No, Schwartz. No, Schwartz.
Second one, 1955.
Two country people.
All right, and we go to Regan.
Schwartz, Cather, and Cisneros.
Cisneros is correct for 1 point. August Wilson and Flannery O'Connor would have been those first two. What is this? While the surface area of this lake is smaller than Lake Superior, it averages over 2,400 feet deep. It's drained by the Angara, and it's known as the Pearl of Siberia. What is the lake? And to Madison.
Lake Baikal.
Yes, Lake Baikal. For your bonus, name the river upon which these national capitals are situated. 1, Khartoum, Sudan. 2, Dublin, Ireland. And 3, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We'll go back to Regan, Madison team captain.
I'd like to defer to Austin.
Okay, Austin.
For the first, we have the Nile, the second, the Shannon, and the third, the Mekong.
1 and 3 are correct for 3 points. The river Liffey would have been that second one. Let's go to math for the next toss-up. The midpoints of the sides of a square are joined to create a new square. This process is repeated for each new square. Find the sum of an infinite series of the areas of such squares if the side length of the original square is 10. And we go to Westview.
200.
Yes, that's correct. And for your bonus, simplify each expression. 1, 5 factorial. 2 is 2 factorial plus 3 factorial. 3 is 3 factorial times 4 factorial.
1 is 120, right? 128, 144. All right, we have our answers?
Yes, please.
120, 8, and 144.
All of those are correct for 5 points. And our lead keeps going back and forth. With 3 minutes left, it's Madison 63, Westview 60. Produced by the McElhinney Company of Louisiana, this product consists mostly of, and Madison.
Tabasco sauce?
Yes, sir, Tabasco sauce. Nice. And for your bonus, identify these French cooking terms that begin with the first letter of the alphabet. 1, a term that refers to foods or beverages that have been prepared with milk. 2, the term used to refer to a pie that's topped with ice cream. And 3, a menu term that indicates that each food listed on the menu is priced separately.
A la carte. Yeah. No, that's right. That doesn't start with an A.
We have our answer?
Yes, please.
For the first, Olay, the second, a la mode, and the third, a la carte.
Judges on the first one. We'll take all 3 for 5 points. Thank you. For other team, this system of underground passages in Rome served as a complex burial ground. And to Westview.
Catacombs.
Yes, sir, yes. Catacombs. And for your bonus questions, you'll be given a letter that appears as a double consonant in each answer. Use these clues and definitions to help you identify these nouns with double letters. 1, G, a synonym for baggage. 2, B, a shortened form of a word. And 3, L, a person who works in the same place or on the same project as you.
This one is luggage. Second one, abbreviation. Okay, luggage abbreviation. All right. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
Luggage, abbreviation, and colleague.
All of those are correct for 5 points. In the 1920s, this Chinese general and politician worked to create a unified China. To Westview.
Chiang Kai-shek.
Yes, sir, Chiang Kai-shek. Your bonus question, Islam is the second largest religion in the world to Christianity. Answer these questions about the history of Islam. 1, what prophet of Islam was born in Mecca in the year 570? 2, what is the word Muslims use for God? And 3, in what language is the Quran written?
Arabic. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
Muhammad, Allah, and Arabic.
All are correct for 5 points. And we'll keep going. A good example of the School of American Regionalism, this 1930 work of art was painted by an artist who was grounded in the traditions of the American Midwest. Name this famous painting by Grant Wood of an American couple, Westview.
American Gothic.
Yes, sir. For your bonus, identify these types of colors that appear on the color wheel. 1, the term for colors that cannot be created by mixing other colors. 2, the colors orange, green, and violet. And 3, colors that are directly opposite each other on the color wheel.
Hold on, are we sure about that? So, orange, violet, I'm not. That sounds like it could be like. No, hold on. Wait, orange is red and yellow. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Then we'll go to Ian. Oh, we still have 5 seconds.
We have our answers.
Okay, Ian, we'll take them.
We have primary, secondary, and complementary.
All of those are correct. We'll add 5 more points, and that's the end of our time. Clark, I don't know if I've seen a tighter match at the end there.
You are right, Mr. Hines. In fact, with a minute left, the score was tied. But for a while, I thought we were watching the tortoise and the hare, because Westview just sprang out of the gate and took off. Madison sort of eased into the match. In fact, I think it was several minutes before they actually got on the board. But by the time we got to the end, they got hot, including answering a question about Tabasco. So I thought, that was a good sign. However, Westview pulled it out. 84-71 is our final score. Congratulations to the North County champs, who will now go on to meet the South County champs from Olympian in our 2013 Academic League Championship match, which we'll also see right here on ITV. Thanks for joining us.